So today we're getting into something that might seem, well, a little bit niche, but it's absolutely essential. We're talking about those unsung heroes in a professional broadcast setup. If you've ever found yourself lost in a sea of custom wires, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Today's deep dive is on the Datavideo CB-72 camera power cable.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you look at it and you think, it's just a cable, right?
hmm
But this isn't just about getting power from point A to point B. We're talking about a dedicated control cable, and it's all about deep system integration and reliability.
Okay, so let's unpack that. The basic challenge this is trying to solve is what? Avoiding that mess of custom wiring.
That's a huge part of it. The whole idea behind the CB72 is to take this really complex problem and just simplify it. You get stable communication and control over a single consolidated link.
A single link. But, I have to ask, is that really necessary? Or is this just a classic case of vendor lock-in? I mean, why can't I just run my own separate power and say a standard Ethernet cable for control?
That's a fair question, and it really gets to the heart of it. The issue is multiplexing. You're not just sending a simple on-off signal. You're sending incredibly precise commands for things like zoom, focus, and iris right alongside the power. Doing that without noise or interference, that's the technical challenge. This cable guarantees that signal integrity.
So it's about preventing jittery signals that could ruin a shot.
Exactly. When you're trying to do a smooth, slow, robotic pan while pulling focus, latency, or signal noise is your worst enemy, this dedicated link just minimizes all of that.
Okay, so what specific functions are we getting through this one connection then?
You get the full suite of remote functions. We're talking zoom, focus, iris, and the big one, tally control.
The little red light, your live light.
That's the one. It's absolutely essential in a multi-camera shoot. It basically unlocks the full potential of these amazing cinema cameras for a remote operator.
Now, something that jumped out at me was the length. It's only 30 centimeters. That seems really short.
Right. And that's totally intentional. It's not a limitation. It's part of the design philosophy.
How so?
It's meant to be short because it's designed for a clean integration right inside the mounting plate or the pan tilt head itself. You don't have long, messy cables hanging off. It reduces clutter, and more importantly, it reduces potential points of failure.
Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense for something that has to run continuously in a demanding environment. So which specific high-end gear is this optimized for?
Well, we're talking about some pretty serious systems. On the camera side, it's built for the Sony FX6 and the Panasonic BGH1, leading cinema cameras, and it connects them to Datavideo's robotic pan-tilt heads, like the PTR-10 and PTR-15 models.
Right, which brings us to the price. This little 30-centimeter cable, it runs about $168. That feels like what some people might call the automation tax.
I mean, you could call it that, but think about it this way. You've invested tens of thousands of dollars in a camera and a robotic head. The entire functionality of that system, all that remote precision, it literally rests on this one proprietary link. The value isn't in the copper and plastic. It's in the guaranteed reliability.
It's the engineering that ensures it all just works.
It just works every time.
So to bring this all together for you, the CB72 is really more than just an accessory. It's sort of the hidden architecture that makes these modern automated live productions not just possible, but reliable.
It is. It's the core link. And that actually brings me to a final provocative thought for you to consider. We all focus on the big, expensive boxes, right? The camera, the switcher, the robotic head. But successful high-stakes automation often rests entirely on these specialized, seemingly mundane links. So when you look at your own complex systems, are you focusing only on the big hardware? Or are you paying enough attention to the essential connectors that enable everything to actually function as a system?